All right, how's it going, everybody? Ecom Tom back with another live YouTube videos for you guys. I haven't been on in about a month now, but I decided to make it a good one. We have Eric Cipolla here with us on this live, and we're going to be talking about Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. So I'm going to have Eric introduce himself in a second, but as you can tell by this cool little banner that I have going on right now, it says, if you want to get our Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, I didn't add that in there, PDF. When it launches, add your name and email to the form in the pinned comment. So in the pinned comment down below, oh, I don't have it pinned. It's in the description. So in the description down below, there's a form, and basically it's going to send you to a Google form. And at that point in time, pretty much all you need to do is put in your name, your email. It's going to come out sometime next week. And at that point in time, you will get, the PDF sent to your inbox when it is ready. So as always, ask any questions that you have while we're going. We're going to get to all the questions that we can. Hopefully we get to all of them. It seems like there's going to be a lot of people on. So, who knows? There could be a ton of questions. And with that, welcome, Eric. Thank you for being on this live. Hopefully this new software is working. Let us know if you can hear us and, actually see us, which it seems like you can because I'm watching it as well. And without further ado, please introduce yourself, Eric. Give us a little bit about your background.
Well, thank you, Tom, for having me again. Like you said, my name is Eric Cipolla. I am 21 years old, about to be 22 in about a week and a half. And I have been drop shipping since, 2017, 2018. Been doing this whole entrepreneur thing since I was 12. So good old decade now. And this whole Facebook Marketplace drop shipping thing has been incredible for me for the past, I would say, 3 months now. And it's only getting bigger, and I'm just shocked to watch the growth, and I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it has some great potential. I've made some great sales already. Very surprised at the performance of it. And another thing is, for all the people that are watching right now, please be sure to smash that like button. Let's get out to as many people as possible. The more likes that are on this video, the more that people will see the video and be able to, take on another marketplace before, the end of 2020. We usually only talk about eBay and Amazon pretty much on this channel, but why not add in another one? I want to talk about Walmart and stuff coming up in the future. And I think a lot of these other platforms are going to start trying to really double down and take on, Amazon and the eBays and everything like that. And I'm pretty excited to, at least be part of it, or at least make that part of the arsenal, because you might as well diversify to as many platforms as possible. So Eric, before, I have a few questions for you, and then we're going to get into answering all the questions. We already have a ton of questions already. So, we're going to have no issue getting questions. I can tell you that. But let's just talk about Facebook Marketplace, how long it's been around, and pretty much what made it, what was the differentiating factor in making it such a great dropshipping platform in the last, a couple months.
Sure. So Marketplace itself has been around for over 4 years now. They just had their 4-year anniversary, I believe. And it is insane. I think the stat that I saw recently, and you'll see it in the PDF as well, that 1 in 3 people actively uses Marketplace of all Facebook users.
Yeah.
And that's incredible. There's billions of accounts on Facebook, and the fact that 1 in 3 use Marketplace,
it's wild. There's absolute an insane amount of just foot traffic on Marketplace itself. It effectively made Craigslist pretty much die as soon as it came out. I used to use Craigslist all the time. And even if you go on Craigslist, you'll notice nowadays that pretty much there's nobody on it. And, Facebook Marketplace is where everything is. I used to look at cars on Craigslist, no longer. It's all on Facebook Marketplace. Everything's on Facebook Marketplace. And then also the fact that obviously they added in the shipping option recently. So I'm not sure when that option came out. Do you know when it came out?
Last year, about last November.
Okay, so it's been out for a bit now, but they've been rolling it out to different, categories and whatnot throughout. Like, some people might not even have it. I have it on one account. I don't have it on another account. I do have 2 Facebook accounts. Jason, my business partner, has it on his account. My mom has it on her account, but there's other people that don't have it. So one thing that I've noticed, even with Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, and Facebook itself over time, is pretty much that they roll out these updates randomly. So do you know anything about who gets the shipping option or anything like that?
Sure. So generally speaking, it's more about having Marketplace. And so that's why you cannot create a fresh account on Facebook and immediately get Marketplace. It prevents scams and things like that nature. I've heard from friends of mine that they've been able to create a fresh account and get the Marketplace within a month, which is crazy. I never saw something that fast. But As far as the shipping option itself, when I started this, I had it immediately. I know my mom had it immediately. Some other people did. But as far as people that didn't have it, it really is just a game of not necessarily just waiting, but prepping your account so that when it gets turned on, you're just ready to go. So my basic advice for getting the shipping option comes down to being active, still listing as you would normally, and then talking to your buyers, doing in-person deals, doing shipping deals through other methods like PayPal and Venmo and Cash App instead of using Facebook's processor, which would use on checkout, just doing it that way. And just basically being an active marketplace user, and eventually, you'll get noticed and they'll turn it on for you. It's not something you can reach out to support for. It just kind of happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird and it's upsetting that, I mean, hopefully further on down the road as this becomes a more established platform, hopefully it does, actually there's a way to get it, or it just shows up for everybody right away. But the way I've been kind of thinking about it recently is, like how a lot of people start a new eBay account and people say, or even with an Amazon account, they'll say for Amazon, you want to season your account, you want to send some items into FBA. With eBay, some people list items from around their house. Facebook Marketplace is perfect for that, for listing items from around your house. Like I've used Marketplace on its own before, drop shipping on it. Like I've used it many a time. So I think possibly that could also have been, a factor in me having the shipping option right off the bat. And, it's definitely helpful to, it's going to familiarize you with the platform as well. And, like I've seen people sell things on Facebook Marketplace, like we're going to talk about drop shipping on Facebook Marketplace, but even just selling, like buying, like a rug or whatever for their apartment and then selling it for like the same damn price they paid for it, like 2 years later. Like people will pay some insane amounts on Facebook Marketplace. And I have no idea why it's so popular, but I think it's just because people don't want to go to the store right now or something like that. And it also added to its popularity. So let's talk a little bit about how long you've been doing this, like going at this, doing it, and what your results have been so far.
Sure. So I can actually show my Excel spreadsheet with some of my sales.
Yeah. So just let me know when it's ready when you're sharing your screen, and then I have to like allow it on this software.
Yeah. So on my end, I am sharing and I have the tab up currently.
So I'll add it. Okay, we're good.
Cool. If you guys can see my Excel spreadsheet, you should see the date of my sales here, the costs, the sales tax, and things like that, and then revenues and profits. So this is September. So far this month, I've done almost 19,000 in revenue, 7,300 in profit. That comes out to about 39% profit margin. Last month, 19,600 in revenue, almost 7,000 in profit. So it's pretty decent. And this is my first full month. July was a half month for me. And so I would say in 2.5 months of really going at this seriously, like listing every day, hiring a VA, all of those things, I've made close to $20,000 in pure profit in less than 90 days.
Yeah, I mean, that's completely wild. That just goes to show how powerful this platform is. And we've been saying this already on this live. And like the number one thing about this is it's a very unused platform. That's why you're going to be able to get such high profit margins, because there's not 100 people selling the same item. You're probably the only one selling that item right now at the moment, or, one of two people. And, it's really going to make it so that you can pretty much dictate the actual price of the item on the marketplace. And another thing about it is that they're not taking fees. So, your profit would obviously be lower if they were taking fees. But they did say that when they start taking fees, it's only going to be 5%, right?
Correct. It's as of December 31st, they're going to have 0% fees, but in the new year, it's 5%, which is half of what eBay is. It's a third of Amazon. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild that, they're really just trying to, I think, push the platform. I could imagine at some point in time, they're going to actually, raise the fees up, but who knows? 5%, you really cannot go wrong. So let's talk about one little last thing, and then we're going to get into the questions, because we have a ton of questions. So, don't worry, we're going to get to them. Don't worry at all. And also be sure to smash that like button. We hit over 100 people already on here. We are at 98 right now, but I saw I was at 100. So, this is one of the, I think, 4 lives I've ever had that hits 100. So obviously we know what the people want and what people are interested in right away. I can tell, obviously there's eBay, there's Amazon, but Amazon has high barriers to entry. eBay is kind of falling off, more of a platform compared to a platform like Facebook Marketplace or a platform like Walmart. So in the future, that's, what we're going to be talking about on here. Obviously the other content as well, but adding in some new platforms and other things about that. So one last question here, and we'll go into answering the questions is, do you get any special agreements with your suppliers? Are you doing anything special here? Or also, I guess we can talk about tax exemption as well or anything like that. So just let the people know kind of what you're using.
The great news is right now, Marketplace is the wild, wild west. They have no regulations on any sort of drop shipping, which means this is Amazon drop shipping circa 2010, 2011. This is eBay drop shipping as of 3 or 4 years ago. There, you can use any supplier that you want. I'm using retailers, and sometimes my markup is double what the item costs. I'm dead serious. I'm listing like random things that are $100 for $200, and they are selling consistently. It is ridiculous. And then as far as tax exemption, of course, with the retailers that I am using, I am exempt. So it adds another anywhere from 6 to 8% profit on top. It's just, icing on a cake.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with those margins is that it's high enough that you don't even have to have tax exemption if you don't want to, if you want to get started right away, you don't have to have it. And that's another added benefit to it, because a lot of people will see that, on Amazon, if you're not extremely tax exempt and, doing every trick in the book, then you're not going to be able to even compete. At that point, you won't make sales. So, for some people that are newer in business, it's a little bit too much work for them right off the bat, or they're scared, or they don't know how to do it and they get confused or anything like that. So it's a lot better, in my opinion, that you can just kind of start off with any of the big three, suppliers that everybody talks about, the Amazon, Walmarts, the Home Depots, and other things like that. And you should be good to go. So with that being said, I'm going to read through some of the questions. Eric, I'll say, hey, what's your opinion on this? Stuff like that. And let's get into it. So number one question here is from Professional Vapor. He is a pro vapor here. He says, do you use any supplier websites other than Aliexpress? So sure. I know for myself, I've never personally used Aliexpress. You don't use any Chinese-based dropshippers, right?
Nope. But I have seen people use Wish actually to drop ship, which is kind of crazy.
Wish isn't Wish? No, Wish is not owned. Something's owned by Woot is owned by Amazon. So Wish is just another platform, right?
Yeah, Wish is it's some U.S. suppliers, but it's a lot of China. Items take a while to get there. I think personally that Wish is better if you're going to do local in-person deals. You can order 10, 20 of an item at a time, have it at your house, and then have that for local pickup. It's a good way to season your account to go that way.
Yeah.
You can, there's art pieces like canvas art kind of thing. You can buy it for like $1 to $5 per piece and then sell it for $20 to $50 each.
That's some damn good art right there for $5 a piece. That's some classy stuff. Another thing, I was going to say something. Another thing about it is on Facebook Marketplace, you need to upload the tracking number within 3 days, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you're dropshipping from Aliexpress, you're not going to have a tracking number within 3 days. And also, when I've been using it so far, I've only ever seen the option to do USPS, UPS, or FedEx tracking numbers. So at that point in time, if you're getting some wacky tracking number from, whatever they give you on AliExpress, then it's not even you're not even able to upload it, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's my two biggest issues with it. Again, like with the fact that you don't even need to get tax exempt at some of these regular retailers everybody uses, I wouldn't see the point in even attempting to go towards AliExpress. And again, I've never used AliExpress for anything. But it seems like everybody is still obsessed with it. So I don't know. I mean, if you want to try to use it, you can, but I just gave you two pretty valid points as to why it probably won't work. So we got Nick Skoko in here. He's a course member. He says done over 4K marketplace sales in the last 3 weeks. There you go. And like, again, we haven't even taught this. I did one YouTube video about it, and that's it. People are already seeing crazy results. From Australia, we don't have any shipping tabs, all through Messenger. Hard work, really. Replying to lots of messages. There's tons of messages on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, dude, honestly, ridiculous.
Is this still available? Is it still available? Is it still available?
Every day.
Yeah. And I have an agreement with 3 suppliers. Thank you, Tom, for the last video. Never thought of it. eBay fees suck dog balls. Facebook Marketplace, no fees for now. Gives me more opportunities. There you go. Like Nick literally just took action and he did it. I mean, there's no training out there other than literally one YouTube video. We have the PDF. So if you are interested, let me put the banner across again. I love this feature right now. So we got the banner right here. Also, I think I can show the comments as I'm answering them. So this will help you out too, Eric. if you want to get our Facebook Marketplace PDF when it launches, add your name and email to the form. It's not in the pinned comment. I lied. It is in the description. But I can actually literally copy it right now, and then I can add it as a comment, paste, comment, and now I can pin the comment. So now we're good. So now it's also in the pinned comments that quickly. So I'll take that down right now. Also be sure to smash that like button. Let's get out to as many people watching. We have 110 people right now. Thank you guys all for showing up. It's what, Saturday night? You know, instead of going out, although I'm not sure if the bars are even open, instead of going out to the bars or anything like that, you know, you are spending your time with us, so I can appreciate it. So I'm going to show this one. So how do you go about finding hot sellers? I know in a previous video you mentioned home goods is a good place to start. So do you want to just touch upon that a bit, Eric? I know what I would say, but just to have you, you know, say what you would say.
So I'm not going to give away everything because, you know, we are releasing some training on this, and I'm going to give away all of my best kept secrets there. But really, you can list anything. Anything that doesn't break Facebook's guidelines, which is like, don't sell live animals.
You can't sell animals, they say. I'm upset about it.
Don't sell guns. Don't sell healthcare products. Anything outside that, really, just think about if you were going to buy something, if you're like scrolling through your like marketplace and you're buying for your house, what would you buy? List those type of things. So just get creative.
Yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense. Another thing about it that you can just think of it this way is if you are selling on eBay or Amazon currently and you have items that are selling well, then why not just list those? I mean, that's literally what I did for my first items, and they all sold. So, I mean, I literally did that YouTube video on how to start with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. And I just put that Walmart item up because I wanted to just get an item up while I was making the video and just show the process. And I was meaning to take it down after. Like I had all my expectation was to take it down after. And literally at that, I just forgot. And then I woke up and I checked back on the account and it was already sold. And I was like, oh, I hope it's in stock. And it was. And then I didn't make a large profit on it because I literally didn't price it properly. I made I think it was 15%. It's still better than, what you usually get on eBay or Amazon. But, I could have gotten higher. It's just I wasn't expecting to even have the item up for more than 4 minutes. And then I sold it. So, it's the power of the platform. So, Jimmy Coward says, are you monitoring your items with SKU Grid? I mean, you can monitor with SKU Grid. You can monitor by hand. There's really no software that's going to work like 100% for this. We do have some ideas in the works for if this does actually, they do introduce everything that they're planning on introducing, like the Facebook Marketplace business and other things like that. But at the moment, it's pretty manual. As Nick Skoko alluded to, that he doesn't even have the shipping option. He's been doing everything through messaging, and he still did $4,000 in sales in 3 weeks. It's kind of, if there's a will, there's a way. And it seems like, as long as you're willing to be there and actually put in the work, then you'll be making sales. So is there a faster way to relist sold items each time? Somebody says, I'll just put it across, Eric.
The answer to this, is there a faster way to relist sold items? The answer is becoming yes. It's not yes yet. So right now, every time you sell it, what happens is it'll go from your active listings to your pending listings until you add a tracking number. Then it goes from your pending listings to your sold listings. At this time, there's no way to just hit a relist button. Some people have a relist button on their sold items. It just doesn't work. It doesn't do anything.
And there's a stock option.
There is. As of like yesterday, my account got the stock option for my listings on mobile only on this, not on desktop. So essentially what you can do is when you list your items, throw the quantity to 20 because Facebook doesn't care what your quantity is. And then every time you sell it for the shipping, it automatically deducts one from your stock, and you can re-up the stock whenever you want. But that way it keeps it in stock, doesn't go independent, it stays active that way.
And it saves you some time.
Correct.
One main theme that you guys will see as we go throughout this is that, as we said, it's the Wild West, or as Eric says, the Wild West right now. Legitimately, there's things that are happening on Facebook Marketplace that make no sense. There's some people have one option, other people don't have the option, things like that. It's a new platform. So with anything like this, obviously the sales are going to come, the profit's going to be huge. But again, you're going to have to deal with more of the issues of just a fledgling platform that you're selling on, where there's, it's not going to be completely streamlined yet. And there's just going to be some inherent issues with it. So James does say any automation software. Also, is Facebook against dropshipping? So I didn't. One thing I did personally was I searched like Facebook Marketplace dropshipping policy, dropshipping Facebook, things like that. I didn't find anything.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's no. I talked to support about it, and they can't give you a clear answer.
They don't even know what it is. Probably they don't know about their future issues that are coming.
Yeah. And as far as automation software, no. But this is one of the things we had in the works was where, you know, instead of having off a personal profile, having it on a business thing, and then linking that to another software that does repricing and management of inventory. Now it's very beta, and meaning that it hasn't been fully developed yet, one. And two, you have to be invited to the shops program still at this point. So it's like you can apply for it, but chances are you're not going to get it. So right now, everything is by hand.
Yeah. Part of me is wondering, like, so I applied. We were on a call, like 2 months ago. I applied. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to show that. I applied like 2 months ago, I think. I haven't heard anything back about it. I do think that if you have a Facebook shop that like has actually been running ads and like actually does produce sales, like not through Facebook Marketplace, that they're probably the ones that they're giving like the actual option to, and then kind of just, you know, rolling it out to other people after that. So that's what I think about it. So Lazy Abrams in here. How's it going, dude? Thanks for showing up. There's some conversation back and forth. Yo, how'd you all go about unlocking the shipping option on Marketplace? So we pretty much already talked about this, but for people that are just showing up, you know, there's really no set in stone way. Like I had it. I've been using Facebook Marketplace for a while. Eric had it. You know, I have another profile that I've had for a while. I never used Facebook Marketplace on it, but it does have the Marketplace on it. That's another thing. If you just create a brand new Facebook page, think of it as being put in like PayPal jail by eBay, except you don't even have the option to use the platform whatsoever. Like you need to join groups, you know, add friends, talk to people, do what regular people do on a Facebook page in order to actually prove to Facebook that you're real. And then in order to actually, you know, get the Marketplace option. So my second account does have Marketplace, but it doesn't have the shipping option, but it has the quantity option. So like, it makes no sense. It's like, there's no rhyme or reason to any of this. It's just kind of going about it at, you know, picking your battles and just hoping that you get it. And then if not, trying to like probably create another account and then go from there. Oh, well, it just scrolled all the way down to the bottom of the comments. So I got to go find myself again. So we got Gulf Beach Stroller says, hello, Tom. How's it going, Gulf Beach Stroller? Thank you for showing up. We got Jameson Griffith in here. I don't think Jameson Griffith has missed a live in like a year now. This man's a tank. Thank you very much for showing up. He says, smash that like button. So let's get this video up to 100 likes before we get off. We're at 60 pretty much right now. Let's get it up to 100. We got 111 people watching, up to 117 at one point. That's my second highest so far. So thank you guys very much for showing up. And thank you for, you know, giving Eric the support. You know, like he took the time out of his day to come and show up and talk about Facebook Marketplace. And if you're interested in getting the PDF that we're about to launch, it's already written. We just don't have our PDF girl. She wasn't ready for it. So to make it look pretty, so she'll make it look pretty next week and it'll launch next week at some point. So we got Mike Perkin in here. How's it going? Jason Rodriguez. How's it going, dude? He also drop ships on Facebook Marketplace from what Eric's told me. Yep. I'm sick of people asking if the item's still available though. I'm sure you can just turn off your Facebook messaging notifications. Or maybe make a script of some sort to automatically.
Okay, so I learned this a couple days ago, actually. In your settings, you can turn on an option when somebody hits that button to do an auto reply to you, you can set up an auto reply back.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
It's
like, yes, it is. Please leave me alone. Like, stop asking the same question and you're probably not going to buy it anyways. Are there any software for a repricing for it? No, not at the moment. Again, it's coming out. And I who knows? I mean, it's the Wild West again. So Jason Rodriguez says, I want to get on Walmart. So that's another platform that like just getting onto it is the biggest issue. So I got onto Walmart. I applied a year ago for Walmart and they just denied me because my Amazon feedback was like in the 80s. And which if you're dropshipping on Amazon, you know that it's hard to actually have good feedback on Amazon. And they allowed it eventually. And I just got a random email one day. Oh yeah, you have a Walmart account now. Most confusing thing ever to set up. Most confusing thing I've ever seen to set up. But I've seen somebody go on Mark's channel recently and said that he's just drop shipping from like Amazon onto Walmart. It's like if I start selling on Walmart, I am not going to do that. But and he said he's making like 30% profit margins as well. It's the same thing, untapped marketplace, and also just like a lot of people on it. It's a heavily trafficked website. Ecom Tomcat's in the house. Thank you very much for showing up, man. Kaya Lewis says, "Hey Tom, how's it going?" There's a lot of talking in between everybody here nowadays. I've been selling on Facebook Marketplace for almost a year now. You've been drop shipping, Sam? If so, let us know your results. Tiago says, "Hey Tom, just got Marketplace enabled on my new account that I created when you made that first video." So that was what, about 3 weeks ago? I made that video. So follow Tiago's footsteps and you'll have Facebook Marketplace in 3 weeks. If you're not willing to wait 3 weeks for something like this, then you're not going to make it in business. I'm sorry. But 3 weeks, you'll have it. That's what happened with Tiago here. I made another account and I got banned, but that's because I'm heavily banned on Facebook on many fronts. So don't do as I say, not as I do, at least on Facebook, because I've screwed myself over the last 3 years. Looking to start selling soon. Thanks for all the info. Glad that you got it, man. That was pretty quick. Which payment plan can I use? Can I use my Cash app? So you're going to connect your bank account in for everything, at least with the shipping option and everything like that. Is there another way to do it? I don't think there is.
No, it's just your bank. It's just a bank routing number, an account number, and then if you want to do deals that aren't through Marketplace, but you still want to have like checkout available. So basically, there's a couple options. One, right in Messenger chat, you can use Facebook Pay and request.
Oh yeah, there is that.
2, you could use PayPal and just get their PayPal email, request the funds. 3, Cash App, Venmo, they all work. And basically, after you receive the funds, you get their shipping address, and then you just get them the tracking number as soon as you have it.
Another thing about that, though, is I did see Jason sent us that message the other day in Slack that like they're going to be monitoring your messages more. So I don't know if like inciting them. Same thing as like, on eBay, people will send you their email or their phone number, and you're like not supposed to do it. You could get in trouble in the future. It's a black hat tactic, I would say. So hey man, how's it going? How's it going, man? How do you go around scaling? So I mean, what would you say about scaling? I mean,
listing every single day.
What's up?
So listing every single day.
Okay.
I've noticed 10 a day if you want to have like moderate scale. 20, 30 a day is what I'm doing right now with my VA. Anything more than that, like 50 to 70 a day, I know like 1 or 2 people that are scaling that hard, that fast. And what happens is they lose the shipping option. So
really?
The option will be revoked for a couple of days at a time. They'll get it back and they'll resume listing. It basically puts a damper on things, and you can still make sales without a shipping option. It just makes it a little bit harder because you have to do more communicating with your people in the messenger to get their payment information, that sort of stuff. But
yeah,
I would say anywhere from 10 to 30 a day consistently, and you'll see results that way. If you stop listing and you just coast for a bit, I mean, that is totally fine. That's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm just chilling for a good week or so, and then I'm gonna get back on the listing train. But for now, I would say when you start brand new, 10 a day, 10 listings a day.
Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard too. There's not that much to fill out. It's really just
3 main pieces. It's
copy and pasting.
It's a description.
Yeah. It's really not that challenging. So you can definitely get 10 up on Facebook Marketplace is easier than 10 up on eBay for sure. I mean, Amazon, you can do a lot of bulk, but a lot of people don't also do that. So I guess that question that man had, I don't know how to pronounce that for Naseru. Alex said that question was in regard to eBay or Amazon, but it's the same thing. You just need to be listing items. Like you can't just expect that you're going to scale without listing the items to actually get you to scale. Like you need to have good items too. Like just because you have 1,000 items up, you have 1,000 items up on eBay, and if they're all terrible, then you're not going to get like sales. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It needs to be hot, popular items, and whether you're using a software to figure it out, like Zik Analytics or something like that, or you're just you have enough experience so that you can kind of just look at it and be like, that will most likely sell. Either way. So Ahmed says, how fast can you list and scale dropshipping? We literally just answered that pretty much. So the listings take. What do you think an actual time of a listing would take? Like altogether?
For me right now, it's 3 to 4 minutes of listing.
3 to 4 minutes. Yeah. I mean, the hardest part's probably just getting the pictures and then just.
Yes. On Mac, it's great because you can do a screenshot. On Windows, you got to use a snipping tool, which is a little bit more annoying.
You can get your own screenshot tool, Eric. There's a lot of them. I use Light Shot.
I mean, I have a Mac, so I just use Command-Shift-4, and it's great.
Yeah, Macs are stupid. Although I have a Mac. I'm not brand loyal, I'll tell you that. Do you have some kind of software? No software. What approach do you guys use for product research? So we've pretty much gone over product research, hot selling items, you know, whether it's things that you've been selling on eBay or things like that in the past. You just go onto the supplier's website, look up their top items. You know, at that point in time, you're gonna find items they're gonna sell. Like I didn't even look up the item when I said I did that Facebook Marketplace, you know, YouTube video. I didn't even look up the item I was going to sell. I was like, yeah, the dresser from Walmart that everybody sells. I was like, I'll just sell that. And it sold in like 2 hours. So it's pretty easy. Where are we? How are you handling sales tax? So from what I've seen, Facebook's doing it all, right?
You do not have to touch sales tax. Now, as far as being tax exempt, you definitely want to be if you can when you're buying. But as far as when you're selling, Facebook takes care of your tax for you.
Yeah. I mean, there's no options. It seems like they're trying to make Facebook Marketplace the very beginner friendly platform, because most people selling on Facebook Marketplace have no idea really about anything about, you know, the whole South Dakota versus Wayfair that happened back in 2018 that some people watching right now have probably never heard of, as to why we have to collect sales tax and other things like that. You know, like most people that are on Facebook Marketplace, a lot of them are doing it on their phone too. So like, you know, are you really going to put in all your tax settings and stuff like that on your phone? No, they're just going to do it for you and make it easy, which all platforms should do. But some just don't always do that, or don't do it for all the states, and they roll like one every once in a while. But, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, we got asked, what retailers do we use? I mean, you can use the big three, the Amazon, Walmarts, the Home Depots, other ones out there. You know, we're going to have some form of training on this as well. Do you sell over USA or a specific state, because you have to select a specific area when listing an item? All right, you can answer this.
Okay, so to clarify, when you choose an area of the United States, I flip around all over the US except for my hometown, because I don't want to do a local pickup. You can, it's a very valid strategy. I know people that make a lot of money doing local pickup, just doing in-person deals, like just cash deals. And that's totally valid. Do your thing. That's not me.
Yeah.
So I set my location to Seattle, Washington, the West Coast. I go New York. I just go places where I don't live. I just bounce around every couple of days or whatever. And essentially what happens is when you have the shipping option and you list an item as shipping, and you put the shipping option on a listing, it's nationwide. Anybody, anywhere in the United States can see it. So you also have to be clear when you're listing that you only ship to the 48 continent of the United States. No Hawaii, no Alaska, no APOs, nothing like that. You want to make that clear as well, because those places can still see your listings.
Oh, they can?
Yes.
Oh, damn. I mean, yeah, that's a pain in the ass, honestly. I wouldn't do it. I mean, I've shipped to them and I've made money before, but it was literally an accident. So, yeah. Do you charge them shipping as well? I mean, you don't have to.
Okay, so when I first started, yes, I would charge anywhere from $9 to $20 for shipping. So I would lower my price, but still keep my margin high because I get that shipping money. But now I've just raised my price and made it free shipping.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's the same thing as built-in shipping. You know, it's some perceived psychological thing that it's better, even if it was the same price. I mean, I don't know. I'm not that type of person, but I'm sure it affects some people. So this is a good question here. Does your VA have access to your Facebook account and process all your orders using your credit cards? And is Facebook strict on who logs into your account in terms of IP address? So I can tell you right now, based off the logging into your account thing, I've never seen any issues, and I've had VAs logging into my accounts and stuff like that for years, but not for Facebook Marketplace. I'm not sure if it affects it. You can answer the rest, Eric. But
the answer is yes to both. So my VA is my mom. Just putting that out there. She is my VA, and so yeah, she's in my account. I process my own orders still, but she lists for me. I told her to list, and I just told her to go ahead and work and do your thing. Facebook is relatively strict on IPs from what I've seen. People hiring Philippines VAs, they just have them use a US VPN whenever they log into
that. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I've also usually had mine logging in through my business page and usually making them like an admin or whatever on it. So that's probably why I've never had any issues. Also, if you really wanted to, you could create it on like that's a little complicated, but like a virtual computer, and then just everybody logs into the same virtual computer. But that might be a little above some people's pay grades. What retailer do you use? We've already gone over this. Hi, Facebook Marketplace or Facebook Shops? We're talking about Facebook Marketplace, as described in the title of the video, not Facebook Shops. Is this live stream going to be recorded and uploaded on the channel? All of them are, yes. I'm a Facebook employee. What the are you guys doing? Sorry, Jeremy Hudson. I don't know, buddy. We're drop shipping on Facebook Marketplace. Don't tell Mark Zuckerberg on us, or at least go tell Marky Mark to unban all of my accounts from being able to advertise, because he's a POS and I hate him. When drop shipping from a retailer, what do you do about the receipt being included? This is the never ending question that is asked nonstop. Nothing against you, Jody. I understand your questions and you might be new, but this question I've been asked this question probably tens of thousands of times in the last 3 years. But Eric, you got to answer it for me, buddy.
They don't care. They don't. And a lot of times there's no receipt in the box anyway.
Yeah.
You know, the biggest thing is people are like, oh, this came in an Amazon or Walmart box. Okay. When at our warehouse, we reuse boxes from retailers. We don't have to go buy out our own boxes. That's the easiest explanation.
Yeah, I mean, we get them in bulk from somewhere or whatever. I mean, I remember this distinctively. I was on a live one time and I was explaining back in the day, like Walmart onto Amazon dropshipping, and one dude on the live was like new, and he was like, "Damn, this happened to me the other day. I thought somebody was just using a Walmart box to ship it to me." And I was like, "Oh God, you got duped, dude. You got duped." But I mean, that's really what I think most people think, and most people. How many people, unless you're in this industry, think about it. The biggest eBay dropshipping video out there on YouTube has like 200,000 views. It's not a very large niche. Let's be honest.
There's not millions of actual customers, not interested people, but customers.
Yeah, so like how many people? There's 330 million people in America. That, like the most watched video on eBay dropshipping is only 200,000. I'm sure a lot of people saw it more than once. Like how many people out there are actually looking at their items, looking at the ship from address on the actual label on the package? Nobody's doing it. They don't care. Most people are lazy. If they weren't lazy, then they would have bought it from Walmart or from whatever supplier, because they would have price shopped and figured it out on their own, but they didn't. It's like 1 out of every 1,000 people I've realized actually will complain about it, which is a number I'm willing to accept. 1 out of 1,000, even if it was 10 out of 1,000, I'd be fine with it. Tori Wilson says, what happens when you don't ship within 3 days?
It's a great question. Fantastic.
Great question, Tori. Great question.
So, not good things. So we talk about it, and I've talked about it in videos before, and that you guys will see soon. That basically, if you don't ship within 3 days, Facebook can cancel the order just because and refund the buyer. So please, one, ship within 3 days. But if for some reason using a supplier that has 4 or 5 day handling time, a little hack. I'm not going to talk about the hack here, but there is a hack. So
I saw the hack too. I like your hack. Honestly,
it's a good hack.
There's multiple other hacks that I could think of as well, but that one is definitely the most legitimate of the hacks. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong screen here. How do you guys upload with shipping? Because I literally asked them to send money on eBay. I don't even know what you're talking about. How do you guys upload with shipping? Because I literally asked them to send the money on eBay. Oh, you're literally listing the items on eBay and then telling. I have no idea what you're talking about, man. Do you understand this question?
When I interpret it as asking about uploading tracking. But that's if it's on a Facebook transaction there. When you go to the transaction itself, you'll hit market shipped and you'll upload tracking there. If not, if you're in Facebook chat, just give them the tracking number.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what this has to do with eBay, but I don't know. Yeah,
I'm unsure. All right, we got 82 likes right now. We got 127 people on this live right now. It's 3 away from my largest ever live. Please be sure to smash that like button. Let's get it out to as many people as possible. Let's hit 100 likes on this video. We got 20 minutes left. We have a ton of questions. I'm not sure if we're going to get to all of them, but we're going to have to speed up a little bit. I can tell you.
Come on. That's fire.
2 questions in a row. Is Amazon viable?
Yeah.
Using it, yes. Personally, I would never do it. We got 131 people on right now. We tied the record. I personally would never use it. I've dealt with so much Amazon BS in the past with Amazon to eBay that I'm emotionally scarred by it. But if you aren't yet emotionally scarred by it and you feel like taking that leap into it, then go for it. But again, I personally don't suggest it, but you can do it. So Mike Perkin, who's also in our eBay dropshipping courses, I've done it for 3 weeks and I'm up to $1,000 in profit. There you go. I mean, that's just the power of the beast here. Gulf Bistro or higher, using a Facebook page or a personal account. It's all a personal account, right?
Yep.
You know, it's all on pages too if you wanted to, if you somehow got accepted, but it hasn't really, it's not popular yet. Arrive late because YouTube only just started. I don't know what that means. Tom, please shout at YouTube for making me late to this. Yeah, I mean, honestly, screw you, YouTube. I haven't been as busy on YouTube recently. If you do follow me on Instagram, then you'll notice I'm on there all the time. I just think it's a much more user-friendly, quick soundbite type app, and I can like DM people and stuff like that. Where with YouTube, it's always a lot more high production quality. It's just, I feel like I've run out of ideas to make videos on. I've made like 200 of them and I'm not sure what else to do. Obviously, I'll put more Facebook and Walmart stuff out, but Instagram, it's in the description. That's what I've been focusing on the most on recently. So go follow me there. Luxury card store says, I buy stuff from Aliexpress for myself, but it usually takes 2 months to get. I have had to ask for a refund about 25% of the time because I never got them. Just not worth the problems to sell. Honestly, I got myself a Corona mask on Aliexpress the other day. Although it's coming from China, it might be scary, but it just never showed up. I don't know where it is. It was supposed to. I don't know where. It was supposed to show up. The latest day was yesterday, and I'm fairly positive I didn't get it. If a buyer blocks you after paying and you haven't uploaded tracking yet, but item has shipped from your supplier, how do you go about solving that since support is non-existent? Why would a buyer block you is the main question.
I've never had that happen. Not once.
Is there a reason why they would block you? Like, I would feel like if they're expecting an impending package, the one thing they wouldn't want to do is block you. But I'm not sure. Oh God, it just scrolled all the way to the bottom. One second. How many items does he have listed? Oh yeah, nobody asked this question yet. Great question. How many items does he have listed to make a 19K revenue, and what type of product research do you do? Well, we've talked about the product research part, but how many items roughly?
About 500 right now.
500 listings. It's not that hard. Let me take out my calculator.
10 a day, it takes less than 2 months to do it.
So that's 2,000 minutes divided by hours. That's 33.33 hours of work of listing. That's like less than
hour a day.
Yeah, that's less than one full works week of somebody out there doing 40 hours a week. So it might sound like a lot, but it's really not that much.
Yep.
Is there a way to build a Facebook marketplace business to sell in the future on Empire Flippers? At the moment, probably not, because it's just your personal profile. Correct. Give me your email. Let's connect. Is payment received via PayPal? No, it's through your bank account.
But okay, so yes, but it processes through PayPal. So in your bank account, you'll see PayPal statements.
Is that really what it is? I never even checked my bank account yet.
Yep, it's PayPal.
Huh. How do you deal with on-track or laser ship orders? Facebook does not have those shipping carriers.
Use the hack.
You're going to have to use a special hack for that. Ecom Tomcat says, smash that like button. We need 13 more likes on this live. We've got 17 more minutes. That's
we can do it.
Per minute. We'll hit 100. I believe in you guys. Does this work for non-USA people?
Maybe.
People not in the US have it?
Yeah, so I've seen people in UK. The marketplace exists, right? So it's in Canada, it's in Europe, it's in Australia. It's just depending, do you have the shipping option? That's really what it comes down to. Like the one person we saw earlier, you know, he's in the courses. He did 4K rev just by doing stuff in chat, not even using the shipping option. So if you really wanted it that badly, you could make it happen. Just you wouldn't have the shipping option. That's no big deal.
If there's a will, there's a way. And especially if you're in a country where like maybe the US dollar is very powerful there, you know, it might be worth it to put in the extra time and effort, because every dollar that you're making in your country, every US dollar is gonna be a lot more. You know what I mean? Like that's why there's so many people from Morocco that like to do drop shipping and stuff like that, because any dollar there is going to be so much more valuable to them that they put in the extra work and the effort to get around all of it, or to put in, you know, the extra time. We had 134 people. I do think this is the largest live we've had yet. So thank you, Eric. I think it's all because of you. And I appreciate everybody that's come on the live. And let's finish up some of the questions here. So is this on your personal account? Yes. Do buyers see your real name? Yes, they do. I want that. I don't know what you want. Wow, that auto reply is a game changer. Tired of the questions too. Do you create a store on Facebook? No. it's like the same questions and asked like 6 times in a row. Is Amazon to Facebook Marketplace a good option?
It can be.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Hi, Tom. I need your dropshipping course. Okay. If you need it, then I would suggest DM me on Instagram. Are the funds available? Oh, yeah. We never talked about this.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a great question. I saw somebody else ask about it, like how many funds you need to do this. So Facebook holds are annoying AF. Basically, the way it works is like this. Funds will be held until 5 business days after confirmed delivery with a tracking number or 21 days. So let's say your item takes 3 days to get there. You'll have your money in a total of 8 days. If it's not, you don't have the tracking number, 21 days is when it's released. Or if the tracking number doesn't show delivery for some strange reason, but you have one, 21 days. So I would say a good number to start with is, see, I started with about $5,000 and ran out of money in like 4 days. So I would recommend, if you're going to build as hard as I do, have a lot of capital, have credit cards, please manufacture spending, just build that. If you don't have good credit, please get credit repair and then do this. But if you're going to start from scratch and start small, $1,000 is fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about how much you're actually selling. It's not like there's a needed necessary amount.
Right.
It's about how much you're actually selling.
You definitely want to have a budget for it.
And you can turn on and off your sales. I mean,
right.
You
can make all this pending. And then also another thing is you can basically use exclusive items like Amazon Prime or Walmart 2-Day. You can exclusively lose those items so that you know you're getting your payouts in 7 business days?
Like, really quickly.
Exactly.
That makes sense. That's kind of like, that's smart logistics on it. So we'll do that. So here's another question. Are there limits on how many listings you can have?
There's not.
I didn't see anything like that. Again, there's really not that many rules. I mean, don't sell animals. It says don't sell guns. And that's pretty much it from what I've seen. No live animals. Although I've seen a lot of people selling food, like home cooked meals. And it's kind of interesting to me. I'm not sure who purchases that. What do you do if you don't have the shipping option? Is an alternate account with no restrictions and a previous sale from, it is an alternate account with no restrictions. I mean, again, it's the shipping option is, we've answered it earlier in the live. We're not sure how you get it and how you don't get it. Just be active on Facebook Marketplace, sell things around your house. Again, like at the very least, watching this video, you should have learned that you should sell things around your house. And I can guarantee you, if you're in America and you're like most people, you're going to have extra things that you don't use and that you don't need and that you can easily sell. And now this is a reason to do so. So at the very least, you'll make a couple $100 to maybe $1,000, couple $1,000 selling things around your house. And anything that, don't say, oh, that's like a stupid item to sell. Nobody would buy that. Like Jason, my business partner, literally sold a bag of light bulbs to a man, and the man drove 45 minutes to buy them. So like you can sell anything on Facebook Marketplace, including bags of light bulbs and half-used paint cans. Like I've seen it all, and I don't know why people buy these things, but they do. Somebody says, hello, how's it going? I don't have the shipping option. You'll get it. You'll get it. Can I sell on Amazon if I don't have a registered business in the beginning? Yes, you can. Don't use Amazon as a supplier onto eBay. Okay, we're not talking about eBay. Are there any title optimization tips? Do you have anything about that?
Yeah, just keyword heavy titles. What you would do on eBay or Amazon, just keyword heavy titles.
That makes sense. Where do I go to receive the Facebook Marketplace PDF?
The pinned comment.
The pinned comment down below. You will leave your name and your email, and you will get it sent to you once our virtual assistant, Arlene, makes it look pretty, because it's finished. It's just not pretty yet. Do you suggest to start a new Facebook page? We're not selling from a Facebook page. It's just your personal account. So that's that. Taxjar has a lot of good information for anybody wondering. Yeah, I mean, I guess. They're doing all the sales tax for you, so you should be fine. What tax? Where are we? Can we create multiple accounts for Facebook Marketplace? I would. Yeah. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't if you have one that works and has the shipping option. You know what I mean? There is always, the idea of have something in your back pocket. But again, like if anybody's been at the wrath of what Facebook knows about you and how Facebook can connect your accounts together, it's me. And it's like, it's not worth it if you have things working for you, but always you want a backup plan and stuff like that. But just let it be known that Facebook knows more about you than you know about yourself. And if your pictures are deemed not allowed on Facebook, as in you're not allowed to advertise, and they know who you are and they have your picture, if you spin up another account with your face on it, you're most likely going to get caught. I can guarantee you that. It's like they know everything about you. They can track everything. They know your computer. They know your cookies. They know everything. So I suggest, unless you know a lot about computers, that, if you have something that works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's just what I say. Do tags make a difference, or am I wasting my time entering up to 20?
I don't use tags at all, period. I just don't use them.
Eric says you're wasting your time. Sorry, Woo's wife. It's just the way that it is. How about Facebook suspensions? Are they common like eBay or Amazon?
So it's funny. 2 or 3 nights ago, I log into my Facebook account and I see this. I had to screenshot it this way. There you go. So I was like, well, there goes that. And then I hit that little request a appeal button. And then I woke up the next morning and I had my account back. So it basically comes down to, it's their automated systems that do a lot of flagging and things like that. There are shadow bans. There are things that, we have not pinpointed exactly, okay, you do this, it causes this. This causes this. We don't have that information yet, but we can pretty much be, if you're safe and you do like what you would on eBay onto marketplace, you're in a good spot. Just don't false advertise. Be nice to your customers, because they report you, that'll do it. That'll easily do it.
That does make sense too.
They report your listings or they report you, that'll do it. So just be a good person, and be smart about how you list, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, things are going to happen, especially, Facebook has a very heavy background in, shadow banning people's posts and things like that, and banning people and stuff like that. So trust me, if they have any infrastructure in place, it's that. The one infrastructure they don't have in place is a fully well-functioning e-commerce platform yet. But that's pretty much why it's working so well for people that want to put the work in. You know what I mean? But it's just do good customer service and you should be fine. So we got 10 minutes left and we need 4 more likes before we hit 100. We need 4 more. Who's it going to be? I would appreciate it. Smash that like button. Let's get 4 more likes. Let's get this to 100. I'm not sure I've ever gotten one to 100. So that would be the first time and I would really appreciate it. So question here, how do you change the item location? I mean, there's just a little button that says like where you're located.
You literally just tap it, type in location, hit apply, and that's it.
Yeah. Lazy Abrams says, I thought it was 7 days since that's what I was told by support. And then when they finally responded to one of the cases, I'm not sure if that maybe
could be for payouts, but I'm not sure.
I think it's 5. I saw 5 too. I think
5 business days after delivery. Yeah.
Okay. I use Tracker Jack to make temporary tracking numbers work for me. Yeah, that's possible. I mean, that's one way. How is the acceptance for Facebook Marketplace growing versus eBay and Amazon? What do you mean acceptance?
So I'm interpreting this like what is growth like on the platform? So Marketplace in general has been growing at 30% month over month in the past year. That's insane considering we're dealing with millions of people here.
Oh, we hit 106 likes, by the way. All right, keep going. Okay. Millions of people.
So millions of people every month are getting onto this platform. And again, 30% growth month to month. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the fastest growing one out there from what I've seen. Walmart's pretty wild, but Walmart was pretty big to begin with. It's just that they were selling their own items and they finally started letting more people on. Can you talk about the suspension? How'd you get it back so quickly? I mean, there's a button that you press.
Right, and you could also add more details. Like it basically, if you hit the appeal button, then you could also, it opens a support ticket. You could actually give them proof. You could talk to them back and forth. It's not a chat, it's email based. So they'll get back to you in a couple of business days. That's the thing you got to prepare yourselves for, is that Facebook Marketplace support is close to non-existent.
Yeah.
So if you get screwed over, just know you can submit a ticket, but it might be a while before you hear back. So just prepare yourself for that.
Yeah. It's also
because of the pandemic and everything. So it's a couple different factors too.
Yeah. So somebody asked, how much will the training PDF be? Ballpark amount. The PDF is free. Right here. Wait, I'll hide it for a second and watch this. Wait, I typed in free. It didn't work. It's free. Check out the PDF. The link to sign up for it. It's going to be your name and your email pretty much down in the description down below or the pinned comment. And at that point in time, when it launches, which is going to be next week, you're going to get it sent to your inbox, and it's just going to be like the five tips about Facebook Marketplace dropshipping and things like that. So it's going to give you a little bit more information, and it's free. So sign up for it. Everybody likes free. Where are we? Yeah, sorry about that. I was trying to ask you how to get shipping on Facebook Marketplace because I just want, okay, we've answered that like 6 times.
Yep.
The reason for the block is because if you can't upload a tracking number, the buyer will be refunded their money back and get a free item. Oh, so they're actually blocking you?
I've never encountered that though. So,
yeah. How many listings a day do you recommend? We've already said like 10 plus. Did you talk about how to get the shipping option added to your account?
Yeah.
Yes. How do you quickly how do you get paid through, how quickly
do you get paid? So 5 business days after delivery.
Yeah. Can you give a quick summary? I was not here from the beginning. No, sorry, Random Studio. You're not that special. You can rewatch this when it launches in a bit. Is there any hold on the payments worse than? Yes. The same like 6 questions have been asked every single time. Thanks for sharing this topic. You're welcome. Thank you very much for showing up from the UK. I don't have the shipping option. I love that you work with your mom. I work with my mom too. We both do. Mama's boys. I found out the other day, Eric's literally like 6 days older than my sister. And then I felt extremely old at that point in time. I'm turning 27 in like a month and 4 days. And it's all downhill from there. I'll be in my late 20s. My sons are 16 and 19 and we are doing all of our e-commerce business together. It's great. Yeah. It's awesome that you can teach your kids that too. Like my mom used to always do a bunch of eBay and stuff when I was a kid. So like I learned a lot about eBay beforehand and now it's like it kind of came full circle because she's like doing my orders and stuff for me and like customer service and stuff on one of my accounts. So it's cool. And she was amazed at how much I can sell on one eBay account and just be like, why are these people buying these things? They're like, Mom, don't ask these questions. We're not asking questions. We're just listing items and making sales here. Huge thanks to Morocco. You're welcome. Can you use your LLC PayPal/bank account? I used a business bank account.
Yes.
I actually used my personal business bank account and signed up on Jason's account to be doing this. And then Jason found out when he tried to switch it back to his account that it's like, I think my tax information is still in there.
You can't change your tax info. I tried to change from my social security number to my EIN. You can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, that's another issue, but we'll figure that out later. What's your average order value?
I'm seeing stuff anywhere from my cheapest stuff I sell is $50. I sell things that are $500. So yeah,
I mean, it really doesn't matter.
It's $50 profit per sale if that helps you.
That's pretty wild. Where are we? Australia doesn't have buy/purchasing button, etc. Funds immediate through your PayPal or bank transfer.
Right. So you would use PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, etc. Whatever you guys have. Because the buy button's not there for you guys.
Somebody said the buyer blocked you. Were you flirting?
Dude, I saw somebody in a different group said, dude, I got a date from a customer I got on Facebook Marketplace. I saw that. I've
heard a lot of girls that I know that have sold in person to like guys that they're just complete creeps and like message them afterwards and like, hey, I thought you were cute. You want to go on a date? I'm like, come on, this is strictly business transactions here. Like I feel bad for them. That's why if you do meet people in public, this is one thing my mom used to get pissed at. If you meet people off this app, to actually sell things in person, like don't meet them at your house. I used to do it. My parents would get
parking lot. What I've seen people do is literally they'll walk in store, get the in-store pickup for the item that they're drop shipping, and go to the parking lot, give them that exact item, and get more in cash.
Oh my God, that's wild.
Yes.
That's honestly, I'd feel bad doing that. Does this work for non-USA people? If you have the option, yes. What's the solution to the PayPal hole? What is boosting and how does it increase your item business?
Just running a Facebook ad to your listing, and it comes in $3, $7, or $10 for a 3-day campaign. I tested it; did not work for me personally.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making that much sales without it, like maybe it'll help, but like you're still.
That is what I wanted to show before we ended is what my traffic is like. Okay, so this is my views on my 500 listings. Not that many. Last 30 days. Check this out, guys. 1.1 million views.
Yeah, that's the power. I almost swore. I haven't sworn on a live in forever. That's the power of Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. I mean, when if you list a new item on eBay, views wise, it'll get like 35 in the first day, 24 hours if it's good. And now, with that many, and there's only 500 listings. That's absolutely wild. I mean, that's why people are selling so much. And sure, with Facebook Marketplace, it's not always as targeted, but you know, like with that many views or eyeballs on your things, like there's no way to not sell it. Like the first item or so that I listed, it was like 2,000 views in the first 7 days. And I was like, okay, all right, there we go. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. We got a lot of messages coming through right now. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to get to all of them. I have some things to do. What groups do you use them? I'm gonna see if we got anything that hasn't been answered yet. I have 2 accounts. How do you turn on and off your sales? I mean, you can just set your items out of stock or
nothing is pending.
Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Is there a way to list designer clothes? I have no clue.
Sure, why not?
It's
I actually know people who've drop shipped shoes. Like they could have a wholesale supplier for like Jordans and such, and they're crushing at doing that. So if you find a supplier, definitely do it. Why not?
They ask for your social at around $600.
Yes, that's when you get your tax verification.
Yeah. The problem is if you change the location of Facebook, does the shipping location have to be accurate to where the item actually ships from?
So there is no shipping location you set on the listings. No, it doesn't matter because if they buy with the buy now button, they could be in Arkansas and you could be in Texas. Like it's nationwide. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't even know where we are. That just like completely. Okay. What about returns?
Returns are like they were normal. You just get your return label from your supplier, give it to your buyer via their email, and you're done.
Yeah. What about like reviews and stuff on your account?
Customer service and getting feedback is very important. I have a script to get feedback from people, which I keep private right now.
If Facebook bans you, do they keep the money they are holding like Amazon does?
No, they will release those funds.
Which cuties do you recommend to list? What does that even mean? I have
categories, maybe autocorrect.
I have no clue. Does listing in groups make a difference? I mean,
don't use them.
You're gonna piss off people in the groups if you list 500 items in the groups.
Don't use groups.
People in your local yard sale groups be like, "What the hell is wrong with this man?" Hell yeah, I want to listen to as many groups. I mean, somebody says you want to listen.
No.
I don't know why my eBay account was suspended when I made it. I'm not. Just call eBay. Facebook kept my money because the tracking number was delayed. Yep, we went over that. You want to avoid that. Do you know if I can do this from outside the U.S.? If you have the option, do you keep the categories to just home and garden? I mean, I have shipping categories. I have shipping in almost every single category.
Yeah. Just try to get the closest category as possible that has a shipping option. When I first started, I used sports and outdoors. My entire category is only what I use all of my items as.
Yeah, and one thing about mine is I was doing sports, like you said, on the first couple, and then when I uploaded it, and then it went through, like the verification process, then it got put into a regular category, like the one that it actually is connected to, and then it legitimately still had the shipping option. Made no sense. So I don't even know. There's 2 people going back and forth talking in a language I'm not sure what it is. Take that to a private group. That would be much appreciated. Thank you. That's about like 25 comments. Christian Salinas is late to the party. Woohoo. Yeah, sorry, we're over. Where do we post the Mr. Beast clips? I'm not sure. Where do we post this? How do you manage the item price in stock? With your hands? Join groups, they're selling anything, and that's how you get traffic. So,
no. They don't do any extra traffic. All the traffic you saw, that 1.1 million views, that was organic in search. That was nothing to do with groups at all. I had eventually been asked by one of the admins of some groups, hey, can you stop posting your marketplace stuff into here?
So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're going to get pissed at you after a while. Like, you're going to have like 500 listings up in these groups. They're going to be like, who the hell is this person? It's Boston, Massachusetts yard sale, or whatever. I mean, I guess to sell anything, who knows? I mean, if you want to, you can. So that's pretty much it. Every single question that's been asked that I didn't answer has already been answered at least multiple times during this live. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you just came on this live, be sure to check out the free, PDF that we're going to be launching next week. If you sign up with the form down below in the description or in the pinned comments, then you're going to get it sent to your inbox whenever it gets launched, next week at some point, hopefully earlier, sooner rather than later. And that's about it. Be sure to smash this like button. We had 141 people on. That's absolutely wild, especially on a Saturday night. I know there's not that much to do, but there is, there's other things you could be doing. So I appreciate anybody that came out and showed up for this. Eric, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And anything else? Do we have anything else?
I'm good.
Any last words, Eric?
Just take action, guys. Like if you're on the fence about doing any of this, any drop shipping at all, just get off the fence and try it. You're never going to get results until you actually just go out and do it. So you might as well try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Cool. Move on to the next thing. But just keep trying things until something sticks. I've been doing this for almost a decade now, and I'm just catching my stride. The biggest thing is that you don't give up. I know that sounds cliche and very self-development, but that's probably the one piece of self-development that actually is true, is just don't give up, keep pushing.
Yeah, I mean, as much as you say it's cliche, that's literally all that it really is, because the amount of people I see that get excited about things and then see the next shiny object and move on to the next thing and they go, oh yeah, that wasn't for me, I'm done. You know, like you need to stick with something. And I was kind of the same way before I got into drop shipping. I was like, oh, what about this? What about that? And then I remember somebody said you need to stick with it for at least 3 months before you can like actually decide if it's not worth it for you. So I stuck with it, and that was pretty much it. And here I am today. 141 people on my live. Wow.
You're famous.
No, but thanks everybody for showing up. I appreciate it. And we'll go live again next week just to talk some more about this, because it seems like this is what the people want. And that's about it. So thank you guys, and I'll see you.